What's going on, guys? Your everyday math tutor here, and in today's video we're going to be continuing the expressions and equations standard video lessons. So here's part 2. We have an extra set of questions, 2 questions here in this part. Let's take a look at the first one. In a certain classroom, the ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 1. If there are 39 students in the classroom, how many boys or how many are boys? So the first piece of information that we're given is that there's a ratio from boys to girls. That is 2 to 1. What that means is that there are 2 times more boys than there are girls. So, let's write it in blue. So, if there are 2 times more boys than girls, the equation is boys is equals to 2 times the girls. And that's what the ratio states, and that's 2 times more boys than girls. And the other piece of information that's given is that there are 39 students in the classroom. So, of course, there are boys and girls in the classroom, so we can add B plus G is equal to 39. That is, boys plus girls is equals to 39 students in the classroom. Now, we can substitute, we can see here that B is equal to 2G. So, in place of B here, we can write 2G. So, let's go ahead and write that. So instead of having B, we're going to have 2G plus G is equal to 39. And we add the like terms. So we're going to have 3G is equal to 39. And then we divide by 3 to isolate the G. And we get G is equal to 13. That is that there are 13 girls in the classroom. And if there are 2 times more boys, we can just multiply 13 by 2, or we can substitute this value into any one of the 2 equations. I think it's better if we substitute this into the first equation, and we're going to be able to see that instead of having G, we're going to have 2 times 13. 2 times 13 here, and that is 26. So that means that the answer for this question, how many are boys in the classroom? Well, there are 26 boys in this classroom. Okay. Now let's take a look at number 2. John put 3 gallons of gasoline into his truck. Okay. The gasoline level was at 10% before he added the gasoline. If the truck has a 12-gallon tank, how much more gasoline can fit in the tank? All right, so the first thing is that he ended up putting 3 gallons into his truck, 3 gallons of gasoline into his truck. But before he added it, there was 10% already in the truck. And the truck can hold a 12-gallon tank. That means that 10% of the 12 gallons was already there before he added 3 gallons. But with these types of problems, I like to write the percent first. So it's giving me a percent of 10%. So I can rewrite 10% as 10 over 100. Okay, that's the 10% there. And then we are given that that the truck can hold 12% or 12 gallons, 12 gallons. That is 100% of the tank. 12 gallons that it can hold is 100%. So we keep it consistent here. If 100% is 12 gallons, we'll write that down. What is 10%? Well, we know there's a value there, but we don't know what that value is, so we can express it or represent it as a variable, x. And now all we need to do is solve for x. X is going to give us the 10%, or how much is 10% in gallons. So let's go ahead and solve for that. So we're going to multiply by 12 to each side. And 12 divided by 12 on the right side, we can see is just 12 divided by 12, which is equal to 1. So we're left with just 1x. Okay. And now, if we want to do the left side, we could just turn the fraction into a decimal and say 12 times 0.10, which is going to give us 1.2. So we have 1.2 gallons. We have 1.2 gallons before he added the 3 gallons. Okay, well, now if he adds the 3 gallons, we're going to have x plus, well, let me rewrite this. Somehow it's not picking up the pen, but x plus 3 is equal to the number of gallons after he added the 3, which we would have to be, let's see, this looks like a 12. It should be a 1.2. So we would have we would have 1.2 plus 3 gallons is equal to 4.2 gallons. So he has 4.2 gallons after he added, let me erase that, after he added the 3 gallons. So now we're sitting on 4.2 gallons. But the question is how much more gallons, how much more gasoline can fit in the tank? And that's pretty simple. That's just going to be 4.2 or 12 minus 4.2 gallons is going to equal to 7.8 gallons. So John can fit 7.8 gallons of gasoline after he added the 3 gallons.